What's up, everybody? I wasn't in a mood to record today, so I gotta turn this off. So I honestly thought I wasn't gonna record today, but I figured since I've done so much work and I'm too excited to wait, I figured I would start now and record basically the process of finalizing the engine bay. So here's what it looks like now. I went over, did a lot of rust repair, did a lot of restoring. So as you can see, these are all solid black now. All these black spots are just me fine printing those rust spots in there that I wanted to take care of. Like I told you, get rid of all that rust and then that dry surface rust. So a lot of it is cleaned out. As you can see, I still have some back there that I need to work over. I just didn't feel like getting too deep into the car because I got a lot of this stuff drying. So I'm letting this dry for a little bit, and then I think I'm going to start doing the engine bay. So I actually wasn't thinking about recording. I just figured, like, you know, I would just knock this out on like the downtime that I have. But I also realized that not everybody knows how to do this stuff. So I secretly don't really know how to do it. I know and I have an idea, but I figured I would go for it. Just kind of sending it, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and once this is done drying, I'm gonna get to spraying down the engine bay. So here's the mock-up of what it all looks like. Obviously it's not the greatest. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we take our spray can and we're gonna go over it evenly. Don't worry, you're not gonna get it all done in the first coat. It's gonna take a couple times, so don't stress it too much. Just try to go over it evenly as best as you can.
Yes, sir.
So as you can see, after the first coat, it looks so much better already. I'm not even like trying to like bullshit anybody, but I promise you it is going to come out 10 times better. You can clearly tell that there's some parts that aren't completely covered, and that's a-okay, because I still need to do like 2 or 3 more coats of this, and then on top of that, I'll solid it all out, remove the tape, and show you how it looks after that. So one thing I forgot to mention too is I'm not really worried. As you can see, I'm not really worried about getting paint on the tires and like the fenders and stuff like that, because that stuff is all interchangeable. I'm not going to really care about it later on, so it doesn't really matter how it looks now. But this is how the first coat comes out. So after letting it dry, I'm about to do a second coat. I do want to discuss kind of some of the things that I did to begin with to help with the prep work that went down to it. So I figured I would start by doing that. So obviously I washed it, used some dish soap because Dawn and Dial, they're really good at having antibacterial soap that's really good for grease and stuff like that to get a lot of that nasty grime done. So I did that. I used some of this Spray 9 heavy duty degreaser. I have some other ones, but I figured this one worked best after what I did by simply degreasing down the entire car when I first washed it. But it worked out pretty well. Obviously my tape job is terrible, but I don't really expect it to come out clean anyways. I'm gonna have all the plastic pieces that essentially cover all of this, so that's why I'm not really worried about it getting painted and cleaned out or stuff like that. So yeah, I obviously covered the tab for the Nissan one, the title and all that stuff, and then obviously you can see everything else is pretty much taped up and put to work. So I'm actually going to run through a second coat right now. One thing I forgot to mention too, I'm using my shirt as like a protector, but please make sure when you do things like this that you are wearing appropriate equipment. Like I should be wearing stuff to protect my eyes and my mouth, but I actually wet my mask when I was like cleaning out the car. So just always remember to be safe, people. So like I said before, I'm not trying to really go like all out for this. I'm just trying to make sure there's even coats. It looks simple. and it's a lot clean compared to how it was before. So I'm probably gonna do 1, maybe 2 more coats and see how it comes out. Hopefully I'll remove all the trimming and stuff, and then yeah, we go from there. Oh, and you guys will actually be able to see the work that I did on the cross member, the steering rack, and some other stuff too, so stay tuned.
1 hour later.
Okay, so I completely, hopefully this plane isn't too loud, completely forgot to record the last 2 coats that I did, but I'm gonna show you the car. It's kind of nice where it sits right now. I'm pretty okay with the color. I'm pretty content with how it looks right now, so I'm just gonna let it sit and dry, clean up all my mess, and just let it run for a little bit. All right, so the car's been sitting long enough. I'm gonna take it apart, take off all the loose end stuff and tighten it all up and show you how it looks. So as you can see, it looks like a completely different car already. Like I said earlier, I don't really care about this back area because it's all going to be masked and covered up like I showed you with the stuff from the Infiniti, so it'll all go out. I just have to lay down the piping the correct way, which I'll do in a second, and then show you kind of how the car sits. But it looks so good. It looks so much cleaner in here. A lot of that rust and stuff is gone. Like I said, this I didn't bother working on because I have a new one coming in, but yeah, it looks good for now. This is where I'm going to leave it for now because my camera's most likely going to die any second. That's pretty much it. So if you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. I kind of want to keep this thing going. I know obviously I'm starting out with nothing, but hopefully nothing turns into something. And if not, cool. I documented this whole journey on building this car. Stay safe, everybody. Talk to you soon. Peace.
What's poppin'?
誰かのために強くな